last time or earlier. No? So let's deal with chapter 3. How about yung iba po? Can you open your camera? Lahat ba yung nakauwi na? Um, Based sa kanina nating face-to-face class. So I'll be sharing my screen and then inform me po if visible na po si on your end. Yan, visible na po ating screen. Okay, thank you. Okay, so for chapter 3, we'll be dealing with drill string design. So, in designing a particular drill string, it will require multiple steps or multiple process in order for us to complete the design. And this design would be based on various or different um, conditions or circumstance. For example, in terms of how or what formation is present doon sa ating dinidrill, kung anong type ng formation. So, naka-base po yung ating drill string design and also in terms of how we do the drilling, may it be vertical, horizontal, slanted, or yung mga deviated types of well. So, nakadepende kung ano yung magiging design natin based on those causes or based on those circumstances. No, for the string design, so it is subdivided po into four. No, first one is yung planning of the well or yung well plan. So we determine the trajectory, casing points, and hole sizes. So in terms of hole sizes, in terms of how or what specific diameter are we going to employ. Basically, we will be dealing with the borehole size as well as the sizes or the diameters for the casing. No? For the casing, syempre, if you're familiar with casing, for the common casing, yung apat na common casing, we have the CSIP, conductor, surface, intermediate, and production casing. So technically, yung pinakamalaking diameter would be based on na conductor casing. And this conductor casing, naka-base siya doon sa diameter ng ating borehole. So normally it's just equal or slightly less than. No, for example, yung ating ang borehole diameter natin is 20 inches. So technically, in terms of our casing, specifically the conductor casing, siya ay 20 or somehow less than 20, pero hindi siya yung sobrang baba sa 20. So yung nagiging difference, siya yung nilalagyan natin ng cement, kasi that will serve as the annulus for wherein we can put the cement para maging stable yung casing natin for the borehole. Okay? Then, we also have the BHA design. For the BHA design, this is pertaining to the bottom hole assembly design. In BHA, if you could remember during our discussion last time, siya yung nakikita doon sa bottom ng ating drill string. No? So it composed of drill colors, varied or different um, thickness in terms of the drill pipe, and also especially the drill bit. Oh. So we will be selecting from the available BHA equipment and we'll create the most failure resistant string that is possible with available equipments. Okay, then we'll be using QA or the quality assurance to ensure good component competence for this one. Okay, or in terms of on the approach, we can do an engineering approach wherein we engineer a BHA equipment list and create the most failure resistance string possible. So somehow it's just the same. But this is more of sa available resources. No, so we're only basing on the available resources. The next is the design for the drill pipe string. Okay, so we'll be selecting available drill strings. And syempre, we still incorporate QA here or the quality assurance to ensure good component competence. No, or pwedeng engineering din yung approach niya. So this is more of sa available, this is more of you design or you have engineering approach. Then either way, kung alin man ang gamitin ninyo for both cases, the last step will always be design calculation. No. So we'll be performing engineering calculations to ensure the drill string integrity. So based on the anticipated design from steps 2 and 3, which are the BHA design and also the drill pipe string design. Okay. So drill color selection daw po is governed by two major factors. However, it's you will see here it's three. No, tatlo siya. But with weight and stiffness is somehow associated with one another. Then the other one is the size. No. So usually, the largest outside diameter collar that can be safely run is the best selection. So yung pinakamalaki na possible naman. No. Kasi, ang mangyayari, there would be more available for the weight on beat. So mas mataas yung weight on beat, mas mataas yung ina-exert yung weight or yung force due to gravitational pull. So mas mabilis or mas mataas yung ma-expect nating rate of penetration. So we will be expecting lesser energy output from the equipments, no? Kasi mas kumaga napoprovide na nung force or yung energy na kailangan natin para mag-penetrate yung ating bit by the weight na pinaprovide ng ating gear collar. Siyempre, pag taas ng diameter, syempre, at most cases, tataas din yung thickness niya or mas makapal yung thickness. Mas makapal yung body ng mismong drill collar. Tendency, mas mabigat. Kasi it composed of more materials. No? And also, gear test stiffness to resist buckling and smooth directional tendency. Also, cyclical movement is restricted due to tighter clearances. Usually, when we use the shortest BHA possible, yung nangyayari is there would be a reduced handling time at the surface. Also, nami-minimize din yung number of connections sa hole. As well as the minimized number of the total drill collar in contact with the wall. So technically nababawasan natin yung tendency ng differential sticking. Okay? Since mababawasan yung total number of drill collar natin. Okay? Gets po yun. Gets. Can we proceed now with the next concept to be discussed, which is the neutral point. Okay, for the neutral point, by definition po, the neutral point though is the point on a string of tubulars at which there are neither tension nor compression forces. No. So if we are to look at this very figure, as you can see, this is our BHA, no, as a part of the drill string. Normally yung tension po is nararanasan siya dito sa upper part kasi syempre meron kumbaga parang naka-hook yung niya doon sa pinaka-top drive. So, ang tendency, there would be a tensile force or yung tension natin. Then, yung compression, it will be served by the gravitational pull or yung weight ng ating whole assembly. So, ang tendency, there would be a point at the middle or at between the tension and the compression wherein neither is present. Walang tension, walang compression. So in terms of the value of forces, it is 0. So at equilibrium siya. Pero yung term natin for this one, sa drill string is neutral point. No? So we have two types of neutral point. So we have the neutral point of tension and compression. So yun yung mas general na sinasabi natin kanina. And we have the neutral point of bending. So if NPTC is pertaining to the point within a tube where the sum of the axial forces is equal to 0, ang neutral point naman of bending is pertaining of the sum of moments. Sa halip na axial force, this is pertaining naman to moments. So same lang naman siya na at equilibrium or at 0. Gets po yung difference ng NPV at NPTC? Gets? Okay. So, yan. Ito yung itsura niya. No? So, it's more of yung straight, yung section which experience the straight force or straight applied force and where the section buckle up. So, doon kasi nagkakaroon ng bending sa gitna or between those two. So, technically, NPB is somewhere between the straight section and the buckle section. Okay. So, next we will be discussing or we'll be dealing with buoyancy. So, buoyancy daw po, I think you have already encountered this during your drilling technology last year. No? Yung buoyancy in as a concept in drilling. No? So, buoyancy daw po is the, by general definition, is the weight of the displaced fluid. No. So, buoyancy daw is usually accounted for via BF or the buoyancy factor. This is for the case of buoyancy as a concept under drilling engineering. In the setup of a borehole, yung buoyancy daw po is creating a hydrostatic effect. Wherein, pag sabi hydrostatic effect, it's more of hydrostatic pressure, knowing that pressure is area force over area. So technically, in terms of it, kung nagkakaroon po tayo ng hydrostatic effect in terms of how this fluid, kasi there is a presence of drilling mud along with our drill string. So technically, the hydrostatic effect is due to the presence of mud. No. So this mud, kung mga pinalulutang niya yung ating drill string or nagkakaroon siya ng buoyancy factor, yung term natin. No. So the forces acting on the drill string are the self-weight and the hydrostatic pressure of the drilling fluid. So buoyancy daw is creating a force acting at the bottom of a drill string and placing the lower portion of the drill string in compression and reducing the hook load by HP or CSA. This is pertaining to the hydrostatic pressure. CSA is pertaining to, can't remember the specific specific definition of CSA, but it's more of hydrostatic pressure. No. Yeah, sa hydrostatic pressure. For BHA design or bottom hole design, so let's first identify yung mga equipments na or components ng BHA, ng isang BHA. So we have here these items or this list. You have the drill collar, abbreviated as DC, mud motor, which is PDM. Yung PDM is pertaining to positive displacement mud. Positive displacement mud. MWD or the measurement wheels drilling. HWDP or the heavyweight drill pipe. We have the specialized drill pipe as well. There is no specific common abbreviation for such. We have the jars. If you're familiar with jars, it is explosive equipment device or explosive device used to initiate an explosion, where this explosion will cut off a specific part or a specific section of our drill string. Then we also have the stabilizer. From the term stabilizer, stabilize. So ini-stabilize niya yung drill string. to the point na hindi siya didikit or magkakaroon ng contact with our borehole wall. Kasi ang tendency or borehole wall or kung siya ay cased sa casing. Kasi ang tendency there could be a differential in pressure in terms of the two surfaces. And once there is a large difference in the pressure, tendency magdidikit yung dalawa. Kasi yung kumbaga para ma-achieve yung equilibrium, kailangan magkaroon ng equivalent pressures at both surfaces. Then we also have the drilling subs. Pag sinabing drilling subs, pag narinig niyo yung term na sub sa drilling engineering, ang subs po ay yung mga small pieces of equipments. So more of short versions of a specific equipment. No. So yun po yung mga subs natin. Next, we have the BHA. So for the BHA weight, it must be though sufficient for the planned weight on bit. So ano tinatawag nating weight on bit? Yun yung expected nating weight na i-exert ng bit in order for it to achieve a specific value of rate of penetration. So ibig sabihin, mas nauna nating ma-quantify ang ating rate of penetration in terms of planning mas nauna nating ma-quantify ang rate of penetration bago pa tayo mag-apply ng weight on bit. Kasi naka-based yung design natin sa expected value or sa expected na weight on bit na i-exert ng ating hole drill string. BHA weight daw must be sufficient daw to account for buoyancy. Kasi kailangan hindi siya lulutang doon sa drilling mud kasi there's a process of drilling mud. Dapat hindi siya lulutang kasi if the case is lumutang siya, ang tendency, it cannot drill properly. Hindi na siya magtutuloy-tuloy na mag-penetrate doon sa formation. BHA weight daw din po must be sufficient to account for the hole inclination. So if the well po natin is deviated, so dapat yung BHA natin is accounted for. No. So dyan papasok yung calculations natin that will be used on chapter 5 sa directional drilling. So we'll be dealing with such yung BHA, accounting for the hole inclination since that would be about directional drilling or inclination of well. Next, BHA weight daw po must be sufficient so that the neutral point of axial load, so this is pertaining to NPTC, di ba? This is the NPTC or the neutral point of tension and compression. Ay, baliktad. There must be a safety factor of 15. So formula will just multiply it by 1.15 to account for that 15% safety factor. Okay, so for the procedure of selecting drill collars, first we need to identify or we need to quantify the value of the buoyancy factor. Buoyancy factor is given by this formula. So it's determined only by one parameter, specifically our mud weight. Okay, so that must be in ppg or the pounds per gallon. So there is a conversion factor. It's not a conversion factor but a equalizing factor wherein we'll be using the weight of the gallon of the steel. And its weight is 65.5 ppg, pounds per gallon. So we'll have a buoyancy factor of normally yung value niya is less than 1, no? So hindi siya magiging equal to 1 but it's more of less than 1 lagi. Okay? Kasi pag nag-equal to 1 yan, tendency, 0 yung mud weight. So there is no weight na ina-exert yung mud, which is very impossible. So less than 1 po yung ating magiging buoyancy factor. Next is to calculate the required collar length to achieve the desired weight on bit. So for that, we'll be accounting for the 15% safety factor na nabanggit kanina. Diba? We have a 15% safety factor, so we'll be multiplying it by 1.15. And for the drill collar length, the formula is the weight on bit all over the buoyancy factor times the weight of the drilling collar. So this is the weight of the drill collar in air. So this is expressed in pounds per foot. Okay. So numerator, we have their pound force. Then we just multiply it by 1,000 all over. So denominator, we have pound force per foot. So technically, by unit analysis, we'll have feet or foot as our unit. So makakancel yung pound force. Ito naman kasing buoyancy factor is dimensionless. The same goes for the constant 1.15 kasi this is just for the safety factor. Okay, so that's just a simple calculation for the drill collar length. However, in terms of deviated well, syempre there is an inclination. So nag-iiba yung length niya na expected natin. So we'll be accounting for the cosine of the inclination for that. So we have the DC length. This is the vertical length na compute po natin from here. Then we divide it by cosine inclination or the inclination cosine. Okay, so we'll have the length in deviated. So expected that the computed DC deviated length is greater than DC vertical length. Kasi if the case is equal lang po sila, ibig sabihin vertical yung ating well. Okay? So if the case po, ulitin ko ha, if the case equal po ang DC vertical length at ang DC deviated well, technically it's not deviated. So vertical po siya. Kasi if the inclination is 0, ano ba ang cosine 0? Cosine 0 is 1. 1. Makakancel lang siya. So technically equal siya. Walang inclination. So vertical lang po talaga yung ating well. Nakukuha po. Nakukuha ga. May kausap pa ba ako? Okay, so we proceed now with the drilling torque and drag. Actually, in terms of this, we'll be dealing with it on the directional drilling in chapter 5. So let's leave it there kasi this is more of an application siya sa sa deviated wells. So nag-iba kasi siya once there's an inclination. So we'll be focusing this as well as the drag force in chapter 5. Now, so let's focus here at the bending strength ratio or the BSR. So BSR or the bending strength ratio is the relative stiffness of the box to the pin of a given connection. So for a connection, we have two components na kinoconnect. We have the box and we have the pin. Pag sinabing box, that is the female thread form. Ang pin naman po, siya yung male thread form. So by the definition, you can already see the difference between the two. So, di ba yung component niya is, yung thread, alam niyo ba yung threaded fork? Para siya yung sa part ng tornilyo at sa bolts and nuts. Yan, yung parang ganun yung tsura niya. Yung bolts, siya yung nagsisilbing male thread form. Yung nuts, siya yung nagsisilbing female thread form. Bolts and nuts. If tama, bolts and nuts. Bolts. Ayan ba ang bolts? Yung pahaba ba? Yung pahaba ang bolts. Tapos yung nuts yung iniikot. So parang same lang yung analogy niya with the drill string. So for that, yung ating BSR would be computed by this. Yung B, Z box or Z pin, that's the modulus or the Young's modulus for the box section. Z pin is the Young's modulus for the Z pin section. So yung magiging formula niya, if para mas ma-arrange natin siya, pwede natin siyang isulat as D4 minus B4 is R all over minus D4. D. No. So yung D natin is the outside diameter ng pin at box. So normally they are the same. B natin, in terms of this is the B. That's pertaining to the thread root diameter of the box threads at the end of the pin. Then R po natin, this R here, are the thread root diameter of pin and pin threads 3/4 of an inch from shoulder of the pin. And D natin, ito, that is pertaining naman to our inside diameter or the bore. Okay? Then along with the bending strength ratio, we also have the stiffness ratio. Now, so for the stiffness ratio, this could be measured, this could be a measure of the stiffness of a connection in a transition between two types of pipe. No. So based on the field experience in a transition from one color to pipe to another, the stiffness ratio daw should not exceed by 5.5 if we are doing routine drilling, 3.5 naman for severe or rough drilling. Okay, so these are the limitations of the values. So this is based on field experiences. So technically, we have kumbaga live testimonies for such in terms of the values of or yung possible values natin for the stiffness ratio. So stiffness ratio daw po is computed as the Z of the lower that's pertaining to the modulus ng lower section all over the modulus of the upper section. Or it could be rewritten as the outside diameter of the upper multiplied to the differences ng fourth power for the lower outside diameter and the inside diameter of the lower section all over OD ng lower section or the outside diameter ng lower section multiplied to the difference ng outside diameter ng upper section na naka-raise to 4 and also for the inside diameter of the upper na naka-raise din sa 4. So ito lang naman yung more of direct substitution lang po for such. Question at this juncture. May questions po? So clear pa naman yung ating mga nagiging discussions since this is more of concept pa lang. Questions? None? What? Hindi ko alam mo sino umupo dyan kanina. Question. So yun, I assume you don't have any question based on the fact that you're not raising your hand. So we have here, next, the tension design. For tension design, we have the total weight. It is quantified or it is mathematically expressed as the T sub surf is equal to the product ng length ng drill pipe multiplied to the weight of the drill pipe. This weight is expressed in drill pipe per unit length. So technically, when you multiply this two, let's say that the weight is pound per foot, and this is in foot. So makakancel lang yung kanyang foot or yung unit length niya. So matitira is in pound or in terms of weight. Okay? Plus the length of the drill collar times the weight of the drill collar. So you just need to add, then you multiply it by the buoyancy factor. Okay? So yun lang, madali lang naman siya. Direct substitution lang din for such. Questions? Questions po? Do you have any question with regards to this one? Okay, I assume none. Let's proceed now with the placement of the stabilizers and reamers. So by definition ulit, pag sinabing stabilizers, from the root word stabilize, it stabilize the drill string for it to prevent na magkaroon or mag-initiate ng differential pipe sticking. No? or mechanical sticking. Kasi yung tendency, if there is an incident of such na nagkaroon ng differential pipe sticking, mangyayari nagkakaroon tayo ng downtime. Now, from the term downtime, we don't, in terms of the, syempre, in the industry, time is money. Ano? So, when we experience this such circumstance, ang nangyayari, there could be downtime. And from that downtime, in terms of the economic impact, malaki talaga siya or detrimental talaga siya. So we need to invest on putting up this kinds of equipment such as stabilizers and reamers. No. So we have here different definitions for each types or each components present doon sa ating drill string or along with the drill string. So we have first the Kelly or the top drive. So strictly speaking, when we talk about Kelly or the top drive, these are not components of the drill string. Just like what I have mentioned earlier, it is along the drill string, along with the drill string. So it's not a specific components of the drill string. However, they provide essential requirements for drilling a well. Okay, so these are some of its purpose. So the Kelly daw or the top drive transmit rotation to the drill string. So nagkakaroon ng rotation with the whole drill string due to the presence of Kelly and the top drive or the top drive. No. So it also provides access to the drilling fluid into the drill string. So it serves as a channel, no, from these two, yung sa drilling fluid and sa drill string. And it also supports the weight of the string. So meaning from the term supports the weight, doon nag-exert yung tension or yung tensile stress or yung tensional force. Hindi siya yung humihigit doon sa ating drill string para hindi siya totally mahulog. So tension is present at that point. Aside from it, by definition then, Kelly is the rotating link between the rotary table and the drill string. Yan, ito yung sum of the, actually this is just the same, the first two. Then another one is to connect, it also connects to the swivel and allows circulation through pipe. The circulation is pertaining to the mud, the drilling mud. In terms of its cross-sectional yung itsura niya in terms of how it looks, yung cross-sections niya is somehow hexagonal. Normally hexagonal kasi yung pinaka-common along with pwede din siyang square or it could be also triangular. Okay, then we also have the Kelly cock, no? So the Kelly cock daw po is used to close the inside of the drill string in the event of a kick. So once there is an intrusion of the drilling of a reservoir fluids doon sa ating borehole, the tendency is we initiate the utilization of the Kelly cock. So we close daw yung loob ng drill string. The upper and lower Kelly cocks operates manually. IBOP or the internal blowout preventer, DPSV is pertaining to the drill pipe safety valve are not run in the drill string but kept handy on the rig floor. So this is the picture of a Kelly cock. Okay, by definition also, we have another definition for the top drive. Top drive daw is basically the combination of the rotary table and a Kelly. Kaya somehow Kelly and top drive is associated with one another, no? Upon earlier discussion. So advantage daw po of a Kelly system is that it is more of efficient in reaming and back reaming. So it's more of, pag sabing reaming, it's more of enlarging our borehole, no? And also it's circulating while running in the hole or pulling out of the hole in stance. So ma-maintain niya yung circulation. As well as the Kelly system can only do this in the single. For example, for every 30 feet. Di ba, every 30 feet, that's pertaining to one standard length of a drill pipe. So, yun yung ibig sabihin niya. Okay, for stabilizers, ito yung itsura niya. Kita niyo? Kita niyo? Guys. Okay. So, sa tingin niyo ano yung purpose kung bakit ganito yung design niya? Kita niyo yung cursor ko. Yan, specifically itong design na to. Ano yung purpose nitong, let's say, this 3-blade spiral stabilizer? Ano yung purpose ng ganyan design? When you say of stabilizer, any thought about it? I'll be using my randomizer here. Let's see who will be the lucky one to answer my question. For a while lang. Okay, let's start with John Patrick Samarito. Nandito ba si Johan?
Yes po, sir. Sir, yung stabilizer po ba yung parang design po niya?
Itong specific design itong 3-blade spiral at yung sa standard, kita niyo sa standard.
Yes po,
ano
sir.
Yung purpose ng kung bakit ganyan yung design niya?
So, sir, siguro po kaya mayroon pong tayong designs for stabilizer po. It depends po sa type po siguro ng ating formation or yung ating tina-target po. Siguro po. Yun po yung aking...
Okay, somehow, it's, based on Johan's answer, it's somehow the indirect purpose. Kasi, literal naman, naka-base talaga siya sa type ng formation. But in terms of the design itself, bakit kaya ganyan yung design? Kasi if you could notice dito sa full pad stabilizer, syempre nakadepende pa rin sa formation. Yan. Kumbaga gagamitin din naman natin yan at some cases or at some circumstance. But in terms of the standard and the 3-blade spiral, bakit ganyan yung itsura niya? Let's have Andre, si Nathan. Dito ba si Nathan?
Yes po, sir. Siguro ano po, katulad po yung mga nababanggit niyo po kanina, para po makapag-minimize po ng mga torsional vibrations po, ganun siguro po. Para po ano po, para din po makapag-enhance po po ng directional control po sa mga different kinds of wells po.
Okay, so basically, the answer of Nathan is more of sa design niya as a yung pa-spiral design niya, it's somehow correct yung reasoning niya. So, in terms of torsional mechanism, hindi siya mahirapan. No. So, specifically, since di ko naman siya na-specify kanina, as you can notice there, yung surface area na exposed or itong part na to, yung medyo black na part, kita niyo yan? Siyempre, siya yung possible na unang ma-expose sa formation, di ba? Or sa ating wall, or sa borehole wall, or sa casing. So, siya yung possible na dumikit sa casing. So, ibig sabihin, if you could see here, minimize yung yung part na ganun, yung black part, kita nyo? Parang konti lang na part or konting percentage lang yung ma-expose doon sa borehole wall if sakali na magkaroon ng pagdikit. So yun yung main purpose niya. Para ma-minimize yung surface area na may exposed or magiging in touch doon sa ating borehole wall or pwede din sa casing. So mas iwas or mas bumababa yung chance of differential pipe sticking. Nagets niyo? Kasi mas bawas siya eh. Dito naman, bawas din siya sa case ng full pack at non-rotating stabilizers. Bawas din siya pero siya ay hindi spiral. So in terms of the torsional mechanism na nabanggit kanina ni Nathan, somehow it's not workable or it's not feasible for such. Siguro feasible but it would be very hard na magkaroon ng rotation or na mag-rotate yung Kelly. Okay? Or mag-initiate ng rotation yung Kelly. Nagagets ga? Nagagets? Okay. So, reasons for using these stabilizers. First po, They are used for fundamental method of controlling the directional behavior of most bottom hole assembly. It also helps concentrate the weight of the BHA on the bit. So this is pertaining to the weight of on bit natin. It also minimizes the bending, vibration, kagaya ng sabi kanina ni Nathan. No, so minimize yung bending and vibration. So it's more of a general. So in terms naman of the torsional mechanism, it's more of dito sa sa 3 blade at standard. Then it also reduces the drilling torque by preventing collar contact. And it also helps differential pipe sticking and key seating. So this key seating, if you listened during our syllabus discussion, this is one of the borehole problems na na-encounter natin. Yung key seats. So this is more of changes in the diameter of the borehole due to collapse. No. Okay, we also have here the roller reamers. No, so ganito po yung itsura ng roller reamers. So it's subdivided into 3 types. The 3-point, 6-point, and the combination of a stabilizer and a reamer. So merong ganyang. Di ba nakapag-calabarzon na tayo na plantor last year? If punta ba tayo dun saan? Meron tayo napunta ng isang company. I'm not quite sure of the name of the company, but it's more of yung mga ganito, yung nakalagay doon. Nakita niyo ito, yung mga ganito, stabilizers, pati yung reamers. Tandaan niyo yan. If I'm not mistaken, that is Tesco ba yun or Desco? Sa Desco ba yun? Parang sa Desco yun. Yun, sa Desco siya. Yan, yun yung itsura, and yun yung actual na itsura niya. No. So if I'm not mistaken, meron din kayong dinaanan doon na, or meron din tayo napuntahan doon na company that is specializing naman sa mga casings. Kita niyo yung itsura ng casing, diga. So yun, you have already the idea kasi you've had already the opportunity to see those but that was last year first semester if I'm not mistaken. Pero feel ko na may tandaan nyo pa. Okay, next we have the drill pipe. For the drill pipe we have function, yes, Betong. May question si Betong? Sa stabilizers, it's more of stabilizing para hindi siya magkaroon ng, hindi siya, kumbaga ma-prevent niya yung ma-prevent niya yung, actually that's a good question, ma-prevent niya yung yung sticking or differential pipe sticking. Sa reamers naman, for example, may ma-encounter ka dyan na nagkaroon ng cavings, mud cake generation. So ang ginagawa ng reamers, literal na inaano niya, parang ina-enlarge niya yung diameter para bumalik siya sa dating diameter para maiwasan yung differential pipe sticking. Gets na? So may specific mechanism na ginagawa sa yung reamer para mabalik sa dati yung diameter. Though technically, it's not enlarging the diameter kasi if we're talking about enlarging the diameter, it's more of madadagdagan pa yung diameter, lalaki pa yung borehole. Pero it is more of at this specific application, siya ay kumbaga parang ibabalik lang yung diameter doon sa dating diameter niya due to the decrease in the diameter na cause ng mud cake formation. Okay. So yun. So mostly magkaiba yung kanilang applications. However, yung specific applications niya magkaiba pero yung general application na ma-prevent yung sticking or differential pipe sticking, same lang sila, no? Vibing silang dalawa. Kaya may mga cases na magkasama yung dalawa. Yung reamer, ito yung reamer part, tapos merong stabilizer na part. Okay. Okay, function for drill pipe. So this drill pipe will serve as a conduit or a conductor for drilling fluid. It also transmits rotation from the surface to the bit. From the surface, meaning from the Kelly or the top drive, yung buong top drive system. Top drive. Yung components daw are a pairs, seamless tube of forged steel or extruded aluminum. Tool joints attached to each end of the seamless tube. So this tool joints siya serve as connection. No, connection for the string. Separates also pieces of metal welded to the seamless tube, and also it's thick enough to have a pin or box cut into them. No, so itong pin, ulitin ko, this is the male thread form. This box is pertaining to the female thread form. Male at female, literal na babae at lalaki. And I think you're old enough to understand kung bakit siya tinawag na male at female. Next, we also have drill pipe classification. So this drill pipe classification, it can be classified into sizes, into lengths, into grade, and into weight. Also into class. No, so yan. For drill pipe grades, so we've dealt yung sizes in terms of the diameter lang naman siya. It's referring to the outside diameter. Length, we have discussed already the range 1, range 2, and range 3. Diba? Then we have the grade. Grade, ito ay pertaining to the minimum yield stress or yung minimum yield strength na kaya niyang or yung kaya niyang i-absorb. Then weight, syempre different weight or different weight ranges depending on the thickness. Then classes in terms of the API classification. For grade yan, this is just a recall. Apat lang to pero mas kompleto yung previous natin ginamit, di ba? Actually, there is additional information here wherein yung average and maximum yield is nakukuha or na-quantify natin. So, i-take note of this. Okay. For the mechanical properties of the steel, we have the Young's modulus. Young's modulus, stress over strain lang. This is just like physics, deformable bodies or fundamentals of deformable bodies. Just I'm sure that you have already encountered these concepts. We also have the stress and the strength. This stress is pertaining to the pressure. Yung strength is pertaining to force. No. Kaya if you could remember, pressure is force over area. Kaya ang formula for this one is strength over divided by the cross-sectional area. So same lang siya. That's pressure is equal to force over area. Kaya if you could notice, ang stress natin is, unit niya is PSI. Then ang strength natin is pound force. So yan po. And this one, normally this is in inch square. Para siya ay maging PSI or pound force per square inch. Then we have the strain and stretch. Yung difference niya is based on this equation. So we have a stretch. When the stretch is allocated or accounted with the original length, that's pertaining to strength. So stretch is yung elongation. Yan yung term natin, elongation. Nagkaroon ng elongation. Tapos if we account for the original length, that's pertaining naman to the strain. Okay, for this elastic limit, that's the limit of the stress, beyond which, when the stress is removed, the steel will have acquired a permanent stretch. So when nag-exceed tayo sa elastic limit, di na siya babalik sa normal. Di na siya babalik sa dati. Red, pagsabihan mo ang pinsan mo.
Nandun ka.
Orga siya rin.
Nandun pala.
Sobrang jejemon. Okay, we have the minimum yield stress. So for minimum yield stress, this is the stress which gives a stretch. Sorry, can't pronounce it right. the stretch of 0.5%, or that's pertaining to 0.005 inch. So when the stress is removed, the steel will have an acquired 0.2 of permanent deformation. Next, we have the UTS, understanding the self. Joke lang. This is the ultimate tensile stress. This is the stress which will break the steel. Okay. Let's deal naman with drill pipe upsets. So, ano yung different types ng drill pipe upsets? No. So, in terms of upsets in the drill pipe, that's pertaining to the changes of diameter. May it be in internal or inside diameter or outside diameter. Okay. So, let's have the first example. We have the internal upset. Sa internal upset, same lang ang OD or the outside diameter. However, there is a slight change in the internal or inside diameter. So as you can see, this is an example of inside upset. So same lang yung OD, pero nagkaroon ng slight changes doon sa ID or sa inside diameter. Pwedeng mas lumaki ang inside diameter or mas lumiit. Okay? Or in terms of the thickness, mas lumiit or mas lumaki. So, external upset naman, same lang yung ID. So, this is not an example. Dapat siya ay straight na ganyan eh. Same ang ID, however, the outside diameter is not the same. So, dapat straight to. Same daw yung ID at all section or at all parts. But the ID, I mean the OD or the outside diameter is not the same. There could be changes. It could be reduction or an addition of outside diameter. Next, we have the last one, which is the mixture or combination of two, the internal and external upset. So same na nagkaroon ng changes. This is pertaining to drill pipes. Ha? Question. Next, we'll be dealing naman with 4 different types or 4 different specifications or of drill pipe weights. No. So we have here 4. First one is the plain end weight. This is referring to the weight per foot of a pipe body. Simple as that. Literal na weight per foot lang nung pipe body. So next, we have the nominal weight. For nominal weight naman, this is referring naman to an obsolete standard wherein the weight of a range 1 pipe with connections is used today to refer a class of drill pipe. So we are incorporating the connections. May it be yung thread na ginamit, yung pin at box. So we'll be incorporating those connections. Kasali siya sa weight. Kaya siya tawag na nominal weight. Next, we have the adjusted weight. For the adjusted weight naman, that's the weight per foot of pipe, including the upset, but excluding the tool joint based on the length of 29.4 feet. This is the exact value of a common length ng drill pipe, yung 29.4. Ginagawa lang siyang 30, kumbaga ni-round off lang siya. 30. But this is the most common. But excluding the tool joint. So, we include the upset, pero hindi kasali ang tool joint. So, that's the adjusted weight. Next is the approximate weight. Approximate weight naman is pertaining to the average weight per foot of pipe and tool joints of range 2 pipes. This is an example, specific example. This approximate weight is numbered used in design calculation. So, these are the value of the weight na in-incorporate natin or in-associate natin with the design calculation o yung fourth section of designing the drill string. Okay, so sa design calculation, upon using engineering standards, we will be considering its approximate weights. Okay po. Okay, so for calculating the approximate weights, we have this formula. So we have the approximate adjusted weight of the drill pipe. We multiply it by 29.4. We add the approximate weight of the tool joint all over 29.4 plus the tool joint's adjusted length. So technically, that's weight per foot. So in terms of the oil and gas industry will be using pound force per foot. Okay? So ito yung somehow same lang naman. Same lang siya dito. More of notations lang siya. Kapag naman po ang given is yung tube weight, wala tayong adjusted weight, at yung nominal upset ang given, so ito yung ating gagamitin. I think this is pertaining to to adjusted. This is the adjusted weight based on the given here. So the adjusted naman is using the tube weight and the nominal upset weight. Then you divide it by 29.4. Okay? Then the adjusted weight of the tool joint is ito naman siya. Ito naman yung ating gagamitin. Wherein yung D is the outside diameter, yung D na malaki. DTE is the diameter of the box at elevator upset. Ito siya. Iba pa to dito. Yung D na maliit naman is the inside diameter of the pin. Then L is the combined length of pin and box. So for the length of the tool joint, or the adjusted length of the tool joint, that's L, combined weight of the pin and box, plus 2.5253 times D, outside diameter of the pin, minus the diameter of the box at elevator upset, all over 12. So this is in terms of feet. Question. Question po. Next, we have the drill string connections. So we have here the NC or the normal connection. No, so may mga kanya-kanya lang siya in terms of the engineering standards, may kanya-kanya po siyang internal flush, full hole, extra hole, DBL, streamline, slim hole, and exit flush. So may kanya-kanya po siyang specification. So this is more of a specification table for the connection interchangeability of the NC connection or yung NC drill string. So this is more of a technical part na for the case of the drill string connections, no? Okay, so we'll deal with drill collars. They are heavy walled metal tube. The ends daw po are threaded, may it be box or may it be pin. Okay, so the function daw po is syempre put the weight on the bit or contribute siya sa weight of on bit. It also keeps the drill string from buckling or magkaroon ng buckled drill string. So the types daw po comes in many outside diameter and inside diameter sizes. Typically this is 4 3/4. This is typographical error. This is 9 1/2 inch. So yun yung ranges niya. Okay. Most common length is 30 to 31 feet. More functions of drill collar. First, it protects the drill string from bending and torsion. It controls the direction during directional well or during directional drilling. It drills straighter holes or vertical holes. It provides also this term pendulum effect. No, when we talk about pendulum effect in drilling engineering, we're talking about it's more of yung concept niya is about gravity. No, kasi nagkakaroon ng reduce in the inclination or yung drop angle in the well bore. So it works by using a BHA that allows gravity to put the drill collar towards the low side of the hole. forcing the bit to drill downward. Right, so it is also somehow um, connected with such yung sa drill directional drilling. Actually, yung pendulum effect would be highlighted also with that specific chapter. It reduces also dog legs. Dog legs is yung sa directional drilling din. Kasi tawag na dog leg, it's more of yung reference niya is yung legs nga ng aso. It's ganun yung tsura nung sa mga sections ng borehole na deviate. Then we also have key seats and ledges. It also improves the probabilities of getting casing in the hole. It increases the bit performance. It reduces shaft drilling, sticking and jumping, and lastly, as a tool in fishing, testing, and completing. So we'll be using it during fishing, testing, and completing. So fishing pertains to retrieval of the tools dun sa ating borehole once it is stuck or once it was isolated there. More types of drill collars. We have the slick drill collar. This is the so ito yung niya ha. This is the box connection or box threaded connection. Ito yung kanyang pin. Kita nyo? So pinagko-connect yan. Hindi isang section lang yung present doon sa ha. Pwedeng connections of drill collars yan. Then we also have the spiral drill collar. One of the uses nito nga is to prevent differential pipe sticking. Kasi nami-minimize, yan, naka-highlight dito, minimize contact area with the formation. Okay? Kasi hindi naman exposed tong part na to, yung medyo dark part. Hindi siya exposed. Okay, so this is for drill collar straping or strapping. So it's more of based on the number J. So we have here what parameters. We have the ID, OD, FN or the fish neck. This is pertaining to the length of the fish neck. Pin. Ito ang pin. Ay, baliktad. Ito pala ang pin. Ito ang pin. Ito ang box. Then the length is pertaining to this one. Okay? So yan. SI number, that's more of more of sa nomenclature lang. Then we have the API, the collar sizes. Yan, ito yung mga ranges niya. Diba we have a specification for drill pipes and casing. So we have for drill collar as well, but it is more of in ranges siya. Depending din siya sa weight niya. So drill collar connections daw are rotary shouldered connections and can mate the various drill pipe connections. So pwedeng magkaroon ng hybrid in terms of the component. Pwedeng drill pipe, drill collar, So normally before mag-transition or magkaroon ng transition from drill pipe papunta drill collar, gumagamit ng heavyweight drill pipe para hindi magkaroon ng abrupt change in the strength or the yield strength. So tendency kapag nagkaroon ng abrupt change in the yield strength, possible na magkaroon ng buckling, So for heavyweight drill pipe, it has a heavier wall, longer tool joints. And it is also available in spiral designs para ma-prevent or ma-minimize yung contact area with the formation or with the casing. So function ng ating HWDP or it is used in transition zones between ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, transition zones between drill collar and drill pipe. Hindi pwedeng drill collar tas diretso drill pipe, So para maiwasan yung buckling, kailangan bago mag-drill collar, since the heavyweight drill pipe is a specialized type of drill pipe na mataas yung weight niya or malaki yung weight niya, tas makapal din siya, terms of the thickness. So tendency, nagkakaroon ng transition between these parameters, yung mga nabanggit. So this can be used in compression, and it can be also used in directional drilling. So this also keep the drill pipe in tension. No? So para prevent natin yung changes in the neutral point or yung location ng neutral point. Kasi the changes in the neutral point can affect the whole performance ng ating drill string if the case is nagkaroon ng changes. So this is also used in place of drill collar at times, no. So for example, there's a insufficient resources for drill collar. Somehow nagkakaroon sila ng resemblance in terms of the weight, in terms of the thickness, and in terms of its function as well. So not to be used for weight on bit in normal circumstances. No, so mas ginagamit is more of the drill collar. Okay. So yun, I think that would be all kasi we'll be dealing with this on our next meeting, yung drill string design calculation. And it's already almost 12, no? So you still have 9 minutes, or we still have 9 minutes to deal with this. We'll be dealing with it on the next meeting. Do you have any questions with regards to what we discussed? So you can review this one, no? Para if ever na ma-discuss natin siya by next meeting, we will be smooth or magiging smooth yung transition or discussion of this. So it's understandable kahit nabasahin nyo lang siya. You can already have the understanding of it. No. So for now, I'll be reminding you with regards to the assessment that we'll be having for the prelim. No, so by next week. So you can work it out already with your group mates para by after that week ay magkaroon na or makapag-start na tayo ng paggawa ng paper for the case study of the common borehole problems experienced in the oil and gas industry. So do you have any questions? Yes, Johan.
Sir, yung sa presentation po sa next week po, i-shuffle po siya or naka ano na po, 1 to 11 na po? Sunod-sunod na lang po.
I-shuffle ko na lang ulit.
Okay po.
So the presentation will be, I think, Monday or Tuesday. I'll just update you with the exact time. Pero I'll make sure na kayo ay sabay-sabay na within that time frame. Then I'll be limiting the presentation time by 10 minutes kasi it's more of ano lang. Kumbaga ma-defend nyo lang yung inyong magiging topic or yung title ng topic nyo for the case study. So in terms of the formatting and in terms of the content that I'll be needing, I'll be providing it with you as soon as possible. No, siguro yung mga specific details ay kayo nang bahala, but in terms of the general details na required kong makita doon ay yun, I'll be specifying it later. So may questions pa? Sure. So I assume you don't have any more questions. So let's call it a day. Thank you po for attending our class.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you.